Do you find yourself second guessing, negotiating, or just scrambling to try to figure out how to price your services? Well, today we're going to talk about how to price with 100% confidence. We'll raise a glass and think tank your business for more joy, more profit, and more creative freedom, all while still having a life you love. I'm Sandra Funk, and this is Design Sips. Cheers.
Cheers, Sandra.
Yummy.
Okay, so this is a hot topic that we have with our designers. We always get questions around pricing. So we asked them what they think, and this is what they came up with for us. Tracy says, I hate talking about numbers, but my hesitation isn't doing me any good. Any suggestions?
So I remember the days of emailing a proposal over because I was afraid of standing in front of a client and saying, it's going to be tens of thousands of dollars of my services to do your design work, right? What we know for sure is the things that you don't run toward run away from you, right? So if you're avoiding talking about numbers, or you're not confident in the numbers, or you're like sending that proposal in an email or sliding it across the table but not reading it out loud, that you're basically doing the ostrich. You're putting your head in the sand, and you just need to get more confident about your numbers so that saying them out loud or pitching them in person, eyeballs to eyeballs with your ideal potential client is exciting. Or maybe not exciting, maybe it's just as factual and straightforward, and as the tone is the same as if you were telling them why you love the paint color you selected for them, right? We need to take the emotion out of numbers. We need to just be frank and clear and just as matter of fact as we would be about going over the layout for the project. That's as matter of fact as we need to be when we're going over the numbers that it's going to take to execute your project. Mm-hmm. That's the dream.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I think when you say leave our emotions aside, do you find that designers bring in their own money issues when they price?
Absolutely. So often we go into pitching our design fees with our own feelings or ability to spend what we're pitching. We bring our own feelings about money into the conversation, and they really don't belong there. When you're pitching your fees, this is facts. This is you outlining and discussing something that's factual, right? This amount of scope and job will cost this for me to execute, and will take this amount of budget to, do the purchasing portion of it. Those are facts. But when we have feelings about, gosh, that's a lot of money, or I couldn't afford to do that, or who has that much money laying around, right? We all get in our head. We all have those money conversations running through our head. When we let those conversations come into the middle of this conversation, we're really doing a disservice to our clients, because this is not our money that we're talking about. That's their money, and they've reached out to you to do their design. So we have to take ourselves out of that conversation. We have to take ourselves emotionally out of it on our feelings about spending that much money, our feelings about, is that a lot of money? Is that a huge amount of money? Whatever. We really have to remove ourselves from that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So Sandra, do you find that clients, or let's talk about the danger of not being confident, being willing to wiggle and negotiate. What does that look like during a presentation?
Absolutely. So when you present your numbers without 100% rock solid confidence, and you're almost apologetic, or you kind of say, it's going to be 50,000, but it's because I'm going to give you my blood, sweat, and tears, and it's going to take me 500 hours and this and this and this, right? When you're already qualifying, when they haven't even asked a question yet, you're already tap dancing, you're already addressing objections that they have not made, that you are giving them a big signal that this number is not firm, that this number is questionable, wiggly, right? So the minute you open yourself up to justifying or negotiating or mentioning anything about discounts, you're taking away your own power, your own ability to price your projects confidently. So I'm going to just go one at a time. But when you are willing, if somebody says that's a lot of money, could you do it for less? You have to get to the point with your pricing where I call it the sweet spot, where this is exactly the number for the size and scale of this job, where I would gleefully do this project. I know it's going to cover me expense-wise. It's going to cover my team and all the time we're going to put into it. And it's going to give me great profit so that I can grow and thrive and continue on in my business over the years, right? Not a penny more than that. I'm not price gouging. I'm not looking to like rip anybody off. I am just in a place of total coverage and good, healthy profitability. That is why we are in business, for profit. Okay, and then not a penny less. I would absolutely walk away from this project if they offered me 1 penny less, because again, I am gonna be covered and I'm gonna run a healthy business with healthy profit margins. If you don't know what healthy profit margins are for your business, tap your CPA, your accountant, your bookkeeper, your finance person, or start Googling. What is a healthy profit margin for a custom luxury design services business, okay? Go do that research. It's not nothing, kids, right? You need to be a healthy business to weather financial storms, to weather crazy pandemics, to weather recessions, right? You need to be healthy in order to survive in business. This is just the truth. Did I answer the question or did I go on a crazy tangent? Negotiating, lack of confidence, wiggling. Oh, the word discount. Okay.
Maybe take a sip.
Let's pause and have a drink.
You behind the computer, make sure you take a sip too. You're
yeah.
gonna eat it.
Maybe sit down if you're standing. Okay, so using the word discount, talking about passing along your discount, offering my trade discount to my clients, any of that conversation is absolutely counter to your value and your perceived value in the marketplace. So if in your head you need to offer a discount on purchasing in order to be hired by your ideal client, then you aren't valuing yourself enough. Like somehow you're not worth buying your design and the procurement of goods. Somehow you need to give them an incentive to work with you. So I really want you to step back and think about working on valuing yourself, that you are worthy of offering design services and offering the services of procurement, which is purchasing goods, following up on them every freaking week, making sure they're in a climate controlled, insured warehouse, and seeing them through to white glove delivery, placed in the right location, inspected, any issues that come up you handle. That is not, there's no need in all of what you offer to be a part of a discount, right? On the other side, so self-worth is number one. Like, why do you need to be a coupon? Like when you say, I'm gonna give you my discount, it's like you're saying like, basically I'm a coupon. Like I am basically your ticket to like 10% off retail, but you don't need to be a coupon. You actually are probably turning off the truly amazing ideal clients that you dream of, that higher end client that actually wants to get real original artwork and wants to take the window treatments to the 3 crazy layers that you're dreaming of. Like that client isn't looking for a discount. They're actually the client that's flying first class, buying the nicest car that they can afford, and wants their home to be a unique, signature, custom, bespoke, luxury, right? That's probably who you'd like to be working with, but you're probably turning them off if you're using the word discount when you are selling your services. So I want you to think about that. Your self-worth, you are not a coupon, and then also the word discount or sharing discount, splitting discount, offering discount is probably turning off that true ideal client that you're hoping to work with. Scene. Let's drink. Shall we?
Cheers. Mm-hmm. And sorry if I missed this part.
Yeah.
A cloud came over and your camera got very dark. So apologies everyone if it looks like we entered a storm.
Thank you, Sarah, for always having your eye on the lighting.
Did we talk about when the clients can kind of feel if you're not the expert that they hope to hire and that confident piece?
Yes. So when you are willing to negotiate, or you're addressing objections that the client hasn't even made yet, right? You're putting out your numbers and immediately, defending them before they even ask a question, or using things like a discount to try to get in with potential clients. You are taking away your own power. You are taking away from the expertise that they are looking for. So we go to a lawyer, a doctor, our CPA, any sort of expert services, which you are. That's what you are. You are an expert service. You are a luxury. Anyone can furnish their own home. Anyone can go to Pottery Barn and pick out a perfectly delightful suite of furnishings and have a functional home, right? Anyone can do that. There's a lot of retail out there that has free design services. Totally doable. When they reach out to you, they are looking for your expertise. They are looking for a luxury service. They are looking for more than someone to help them make sure their furniture is going to fit. They're looking for someone to translate their personality, aesthetic, brand, whoever they are, into their home. That is a very, very specialized skill set. It comes with a lot of schooling and a lot of time in the industry and a lot of different trades and pieces and CAD work and color theory and the ability to work with materials and people and trades and vendors. It is such a complicated and wide industry. For you to even consider not being confident in your fees and not being 100% like standing in your space when it comes to how you present those fees and what you charge is just tearing down the expert that you are. If you are even in business, if you are even in this industry, your expertise is far beyond what the client can do for themselves. And that service is luxury, and they're looking for luxury. And so you need to give them the expertise that they're looking for and that confidence that they're looking for. And being confident in your pricing is a huge piece of that, of really leading them. Because they want leadership. They want, just like I go to a lawyer because I want them to tell me what to do, they come to a designer because they want you to tell them what to do, right? You're taking them into consideration, of course, but they need your leadership in this. And so they need your confidence because leaders are confident. It's just the way it is.
If you had a mic, this would be the part where we drop it.
I'm not dropping my wine.
So good, such good insight.
It's the truth though, and it's only with standing back and talking to so many designers and really seeing where we get stuck in a loop with our own, we bring our past and our own feelings into it, and of course that's right, but that's who we are, but then it's really, you have to always be looking at every situation through the eyes of your client. We talk about this so much inside the standard, how you really need to be standing in your client's shoes when you speak about how it is to work with your firm, or when you talk about money even, you're not telling them it's expensive, it's not expensive. These are facts. This is what it is. Do you want it at that price point or don't you? And that's the level of frankness and calmness that it really needs to get to. And you got to work on that. It might be practicing saying those numbers to your mirror, to your iPhone, do an audio recording and listen to it back. And do you hear that little shake in your voice? Do it again, right? It might be that you need to really do you might need to go get some therapy around it. I'm not kidding. You have to do the work internally to be able to sit calmly and confidently in luxury services and luxury pricing if that's where you want to play the game, if you want to be in the luxury market. Which again, we're all luxury, right? Luxury is a spectrum. Luxury can be 30,000, luxury can be 3 million. But in its essence, interior design is a luxury good or service. It just is. Go ask your accountant. It sits in the luxury category of services. So you're already there. Now it's just, can you own it? Another mic drop. That's all I got for you kids. If you're ready to have the numbers to back up your newfound confidence, check out my video on how to price your flat fee services. It's one of my most watched.